Hello, I'm Helen and I'm a volunteer at Saint Francis Hospice. I've been here for 12 years volunteering in the Volunteer Services Department, and my role is to help recruit volunteers, find them the role they prefer to do, whether it's in the hospice itself or in our retail section, in the shops and warehouse. It's an exciting role. It's good to meet different volunteers and hear their life stories as to why they want to volunteer and what skills they can bring to the roles they've chosen.
My name is Layla. I've been a volunteer at the hospice for over 7 years now. I kind of started because I wanted to contribute my part to the community, so this was my local hospice. I lived in Haven at the time, so I came in here to start, and it's been a good journey. The last 7.5 years here, it's different from what you would actually imagine it to be. You see all the help and the kindness that is poured into the patients. You see the gratitude from the families, and it lifts your spirit, it gives you joy. And for me personally, I think it just makes me grateful for life.
My name is Alan. I'm a volunteer gardener at Saint Francis Hospice. I've been here for over 7 years. My first impression of the hospice was many, many years ago when I visited a relative that was being cared for. And the impression I got from the outset was what a wonderful place it is, and that needs to not be said lightly. The medical care was exceptional, but the other thing that impressed me was seeing the gardens as you walk in. Colourful, well attended, and obviously a place for people to take reflection and maybe take solace at their time of need.
I chose to volunteer at Saint Francis Hospice because I had had some contact visiting people in the inpatient ward. That was when I was working full-time and felt I didn't really have the time to spare. And as I started to approach my retirement, I prefer to call it giving up paid work. I never did retire, actually. As I started to approach that time, I thought I could give some help to the hospice as a volunteer.
I'm happy I can help them in any way. Usually I do the Monday AM shifts and in the ward. So I come in, I help them with the breakfast trays, I give them water, do tea, coffee rounds. We give them lunch, desserts, teas, and basically that's it. But it kind of helps so the nurses can concentrate on doing other things that they're good at, and the volunteers can do something else.
I retired from full-time work 7 years ago, and part of my plan of my retirement was to come and give my time at the hospice. I am an outdoor person, so gardening fitted in quite nicely with what I wanted to do. I like to think that in the 7 years that I've worked here with all the other volunteer gardeners, that we have achieved beautiful gardens so that people can look at it, enjoy it, sit there. And if that's what I've achieved, then I've reached one of my goals. And as far as I'm concerned, the hospice is a wonderful place to volunteer, and I would recommend anyone who may have time on their hands to come and join the volunteer group in all different walks of life.
It's been rewarding for me, and I'm grateful I took this project. I'm hoping families can have a kind of peace, you know, when they come here knowing that their loved ones are well looked after by the best hands anyone can think of.